So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So let's continue our journey, our discussion of planets through Navamsa Chart in Vedic Astrology. And in this particular video, let's try to decode our dear friend Rahu placement in the 10th house of the D-9 chart. And what are going to be the negative, positive, karmic associations which are specifically connected with this placement. Let's try to understand in this video. Now, the very first thing, alone Rahu in the 10th house is not capable to do anything actually. But still, this is considered as one of the most powerful placements of the D9 chart because 10th house is the amplification factor, okay. Now, by mean to say amplification factor, any planet which is coming in the 10th house, this have the capacity to expand the significance or the Karak Tattva of that planet. Now, as soon as Rahu is dropping its energy in the 10th house, what is happening? Rahu already is the planet of sudden whoosh. Okay, so this is again going to create that whoosh, then big whoosh actually. Now, this big amplification factor is going to be totally dependent over first of all the planets that are forming connection with your Rahu. And even if, for example, Rahu is sitting all alone in the 10th house, there is no planet, then pay attention towards the zodiac sign upon which this Rahu is posited. Because that particular area of the life is going to be receiving that sudden expansion and sudden whoosh in your own life. If it's going to be Sun, it's going to be Moon, it's going to be Mars. So, the significance of these planets represent that whoosh factor, okay. Whoosh means the sudden expansion, like suddenly you are receiving something. Suppose your Rahu is forming connection with Venus. Venus represents liquidity, liquid wealth. So, it's going to be a whoosh up there. Okay, Venus also represents the tantric knowledge. So, it's a whoosh up there. Okay, if it is with Surya, Sun represents authority, power, leadership. So, it will expand that part. So, the very first thing, Rahu in the 10th house is going to be creating double expansion. And 10th house is also the house which represents the fortune after marriage. So, it means you are going to be pretty fortunate after marriage. Now, in terms of, for example, if you are suffering in the marriage, so sufferings are also going to be then getting more and more expanded. But on the other hand, if you are having an enjoyment, so the enjoyment part is going to be expanded, expanding and expanding. And that is where you need to check first of all this Rahu and Ketu axis into the D1 chart and then try to map it into the D9 chart. Okay, mapping, you understand? Mapping simply means picking the Rahu and Ketu axis with the exact zodiac signs and then try to map in the exact zodiac signs into the D9 chart actually. And then try to study both Rahu and Ketu axis. Because I will tell you, in the D1 chart, wherever this Rahu and Ketu axis is going to be there, for example, it's in the maybe 3rd and the 9th axis. I'm just giving you one example. So, 3rd house is the house of your self-effort, energy, that courage, enthusiasm. 9th house is the belief systems and 9th house also represents constant travel and relocation. So, it means that is going to be the theme of your life before marriage. Now, if that Rahu and Ketu axis is shifted into the 4th and the 10th or maybe 10th and the 4th axis, then what will happen? 4th house is happiness, materialism, materialistic things, and 10th house is the house which represents the combined fortune of the husband and the wife. So, it means this Rahu and Ketu axis is going to be fully concentrating its energy over the 10th house and the 4th axis. So, mapping first of all is going to play a very important role. Secondly, any planet that is forming connection with the Rahu and Ketu, they also represent certain major karmic associations up there. Now, depending over the other planet dignity, it can be a karmic blessings to you, or if the dignity is compromised, it's going to be a some like curses which you can swearly see with this Rahu. Like Sun with Rahu, Sun with Moon, Rahu with Sun and Rahu with Moon, Rahu with Mars also, Rahu with Jupiter also. I will tell you they all are very, very, very karmic placements. And in the 10th house, irrespective the planet that Rahu is going to be in conjunction with, your spouse is going to be pretty much karmic in nature. In certain cases, okay, in certain cases, this can also create someone from the past lives have the capacity to exactly manifest back into your own life as well. Now, when I'm saying someone from the past life manifesting back, it depend over the retrogression and the Vargottam energy. If the Rahu and Ketu axis is forming conjunction with retrograde planet in the D1 chart or with some Vargottam planet, and then it's mapping into the 10th house, it represents that karmic energy is going to be there. Now, on one hand, Rahu in the 10th house will start providing you with everything. This will help you in making money. This will help you in making wealth also. Most of the cases, this Rahu in the 10th also represents sudden Bhagya Uday. Bhagya Uday means the sudden rise of luck after marriage. Like because of the wife or because of husband, you are going to be becoming very fortunate. So that sudden rise of Bhagya is also going to be seen because of this Rahu placement. But I will tell you, Rahu is the actual fighter, okay, in the 10th house. So even for example, something is not going accordingly to this Rahu, Rahu still have the capacity to fight up there. And Rahu will keep on fighting until and unless Rahu will think like that, okay, I'm winning this battle actually. But you need to understand these are the internal battles which you are going to be fighting with your own self. Because what will happen, I will tell you, this Rahu in the 10th house have to go through a lot of changes into the belief systems actually. Maybe initial half of the life you have went through some different set of belief system. After marriage with someone, you are going to be going through totally different set of belief system. Obtaining a child, you will again go through a different set of belief system. So that different set of belief systems have the capacity to crush the energy of the Rahu. Rahu will be like that, I am not be able to believe like these things are going to be happening so rapidly and so fastly into my life. And that is where I will tell you the decision making capacity of a person is becoming very difficult if you are having Rahu in the 10th house. Because directly opposite is going to be Ketu, which is the 4th house. 4th house of the Navamsha chart is the sadhana, or this have the capacity to make you sadhak, okay. You are going to be fully devoted towards some supreme deity or energy, or you are going to be in touch with lot of spirituality. And in the Rahu in the 10th house, it's going to be forming it very difficult to fulfill the demands which are going to be coming out of that marriage and the married life aspect. So this energy is going to be making its very crushing energy, and this crushing is going to be known as internal crushing. It's like it's going to crush your belief systems into the 10th house. Now, for example, I will tell you, if this Rahu is also forming connection with some multiple other planets, I told you then it's a major karma. But for example, if this Rahu is with like many other planets, not with one planet, Rahu is forming connection with 4 planets, for example, in the 10th house, then what will happen? It's like that Rahu energy is grasping all these planets' urja. It's like sucking the energy. Now, if you need to see whether that sucking of the energy is going to be in the positive end or in the negative end, you need to pay attention towards the 5th house of the D1 chart actually. Because 5th house of the D1 chart is the representation of the exact pending life karmas or the past life karmas which you have bring forward into this present life. Navamsha chart is the representation of how that decoding factor of karmas are going to be there, like how the karmas are getting decoded in front of you. It may be in the form of children also. Sometimes children are also going to be helping you in decoding that karmas. Your spouse will help you in decoding that karmas. Your family will help you in decoding that karmas. So Rahu is becoming a sucker. This will suck the urja of all the planets, and Rahu will mold its energy according to other graha. So this is also going to make you a very flexible, very adaptable and very clever individual as well, who know all the clever tactics of survival in the 21st century. So this is that Rahu in the 10th house. Rahu also going to be going with very clever approach into the 10th house actually. It's not considered as a very straightforward planet like Sun and Saturn and Mars, where they are very dignified. They will set some task and they will do that thing. No. Rahu is already a retrograde energy. So it's like that Rahu is telling I'm going to do that thing, and Rahu will do completely opposite to that thing actually. So this is the energy of Rahu which is going to be there. At the same time, certain health complications are also going to be seen if the Rahu is in the 10th house. Now, it can be seen inside you, inside your spouse at the same time, because I will tell you 10th house is the happiness part also. The amount of happiness that one person is going to be receiving in their life, it also represents the combined effort of a husband and the wife actually towards some chief main objective. Now, for example, if your Rahu is very powerful up there, then what will happen? Rahu is going to set its chief aim and objective, and this will drag its partner in it. Like you also need to do the same thing if I am doing that kind of a thing. Now I will tell you, if the dignity of the Rahu is going to be compromised, it's like dragging the partner. You understand what is dragging? So this will drag the partner into that decisions, like if I have made that decision, you also need to work accordingly. Then this have the capacity to create friction into the interpersonal relationship. I told you two challenges. One is the belief system, it's not going to be matching up there, and second is it's dragging your partner into that work which your partner don't like actually. Because Rahu in the 10th house want to create an ideal picture of an ideal husband or maybe ideal wife. So if the idealism of the Rahu is going to be there and other person is listening to the idealism of Rahu, everything is going to be good. But at the time the people are going against this Rahu will be like, no, how this is going to be happen. So Rahu will again going to build some new set of belief systems inside and then try to superimpose that belief systems up there. But I will tell you, irrespective whether it's in conjunction with some other planet or not, it's still a very powerful placement because of the influencing factor. This have the capacity to influence millions of people around the globe actually. If Rahu will set some agenda, other people, I will tell you, they are going to be automatically molded in the agenda of the Rahu. So this is the power of this Rahu into the 10th house. Lastly, you also need to pay attention towards the sign of Scorpio, Aquarius, because these are the major suffering signs. Rahu in these signs also going to bring a lot of sufferings in the D-9 chart actually. And also you need to pay attention towards whether there is going to be some affliction to Ketu or not actually. Because I will tell you, it's not in the divisional charts, although it's 7 houses apart, but this is a singular axis. It's not a double axis. Initially I told you, you need to check the mapping actually. Mapping mean from the D1, if it is in the first and the 7th axis in the D1. So it means your major focus is going to be upon yourself and you will find non-satisfaction in the relationship and the partnership. So check the mapping of that Rahu and Ketu axis. Mapping mean in which axis? 4th and 10th axis is dealing with the materialism at the same time and even dealing with spirituality also. Because after reaching certain level of money, Ketu will be then gaining more hunger of I will do something for the spirituality, or I will do something for the betterment of the society. But Rahu in the 10th house is going to exert a lot of force actually. I will also tell you, if you want to have a happy married life with this Rahu, you also need to find a person who is going to be having the axis in the same axis. 4th and 10th actually. Only then the balance of energy is going to be there. Or if the other person is having Rahu and Ketu also into the quadrant houses. If the quadrant house is Rahu and Ketu is going to be there, then this have the capacity to actually adjust the energy. Otherwise, it's a sudden whoosh of the energy, which sometimes might have the capacity to make other people very comfortable that they will start leaving you without giving any sort of notice actually. Because Rahu is the very intense energy. It's going to be intense in love. It's going to be very intense in brutality also. Although it's a separate part which we can make some different video, the brutality and the Rahu. But I hope you understand the basic idea behind this Rahu placement in this 10th house. So I hope you have gained some insights in this video with me. Regarding any queries and consultations, you can just drop me an email. And make sure to subscribe my channel below. Hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video. You can also send me super thanks also. If you find any interesting insights in this particular video with me. And I'm going to meet you very, very soon in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and Hare Krishna.